Okay, now we are back, and I am going to just hope and hope and hope that this time we do not have an echo. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about arthritis and about what we're going to do for keto snacks. Now, first of all, I want to talk about the word snack because if you're doing keto, hopefully you're also doing intermittent fasting, however successfully you're doing it. Some days with me, it's very successful, other days, not so much. But anything that you're going to make as a snack, you could also make as part of your keto meal. So the word snack is maybe should be keto sides. I don't know. And today we are going to look at a new twist on keto deviled eggs. So let's do that. The not the end of the story, because I'm going to have arthritis in my hip for a while, but the continuing story is, oh awesome, no echo, I think I figured out what was going on. The continuing story, or the end of part one, is that it's there. It is my job, because it's my body, to do the research. And so I am. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that I can do that is going to slow the progression, reverse the progression, hopefully completely stop it or reverse it. So I don't know what that looks like yet, but I definitely will keep you posted. I have a follow-up in 3 months, and when I find out what's going on there, I will definitely let you know. Okay, now let's get at it. Okay, we have some stuff going on here. Now, what I want to show you first are steamed eggs. Now, these are eggs that I did. I didn't boil them, I steamed them, and steaming them makes them so much easier to peel afterwards. Sorry, lost my words there for a minute. Now, something that I want you to look at, especially if you're going to just be serving hard-boiled eggs, is you can probably see, maybe not. Yeah, well, this one has a little bit of a dark ring around it. And that means that this egg is slightly overcooked. The darker the ring is around the outside of the yolk, the more overcooked the egg is. It affects the appearance. It doesn't affect a whole lot else. But if you're serving them just with the egg yolk in it, definitely nicer not to have that black ring around it. So if you're doing these at home, whether you're boiling them, steaming them, however it is that you get your hard eggs, play around with times. And for a hard-boiled egg, when I steam them for 12 minutes. It depends on your elevation. It depends. It just depends. Okay, now we are going to grab a spoon, and we're going to take the yolks out of these eggs and mash them up. And today we're not using mayonnaise. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but we're not. So you just flip the yolks out of the eggshells, or the egg whites, not the shells. You don't want to use those in your deviled eggs. And this is going to be just such a simple filling, but it is going to be so delicious, and your guests are going to love it, and they're going to be just mind-boggled that theirs never taste like this. And I know somebody who makes deviled eggs often for family events, and everybody always appreciates them. And every now and again there's something a little bit different done. Okay, so here's another one that I did not cut in half yet. Overcooked? Oh, almost perfect. Not quite, but almost. And we'll just get the last little bit of that yolk out of there. And then, there. So I've only done 3 eggs this time because this is for my lunch. Okay, and we're going to do half of an avocado. Now, I'm going to do half an avocado with 3 eggs because this is for me. But if I were doing a dozen eggs to take somewhere, I would probably do half an avocado in that as well. So it is however you choose to make it. So we open the avocado, and this one is a little bit, it seemed a little bit overripe. So I wasn't just sure if this was going to work, but it definitely did. Now, after you have cut it around the long way, you definitely want to give the pit a whack and then just twist it. Now, if that doesn't come out very easily, your avocado is not ripe enough. And then push it off the blade with your thumb and compost. Now, you can try growing an avocado pit, but I Googled it because it's what I do. And it takes at least 10 years to get an avocado off an avocado tree. So there is that. Now, that little spot on my avocado did not look so good. So it's a little bit bruised, and it's not going to affect the taste so much, but it is going to affect the color. So I'm just going to be careful with that. And the easiest way to mash avocado, if it's nice and ripe, in my opinion, is to do it right in the shell. It's easier than in a bowl that's too big. The bowl that the avocado comes in, kind of like the eggshell, it's a perfect egg separator. And the avocado peel or shell or whatever we're going to call it is a perfect way to get your avocado mashed without using a great big bowl, and then just flip it in here. Now, most of the time, if we're making deviled eggs, we're going to make deviled eggs with mayonnaise. But today, instead of mayonnaise, and you can use both, but in all honesty, I did not have any mayonnaise made today. So I decided to do something new and use avocados instead. Okay, now, I don't know why I put this big spoon in here. Definitely not going to need it. And now we have just some plain filling. Let's trade spots here. We have just some plain filling. All it is avocado and egg yolks. And the avocado is going to make wonderful St. Patrick's Day deviled eggs because they're going to be more green. And you can definitely add as much or as little avocado to it as you want. Now, these aren't going to be quite as creamy, but they are still going to be absolutely delicious. If you don't want to spend the time mashing them, you can use your hand mixer. And then we are going to take 1 teaspoon of ranch dressing mix. Now, the thing with using ranch dressing mix in something like this is you have to do a taste test to find out if it's as good as you want it to be. And remember, when you're using TSL Organics ranch dressing mix, there is no fillers, there's no sugar, so they're totally keto friendly. Okay, now we're going to use this little spoon here a little bit. So you're not going to be upping your carb intake or your inflammation by using TSL Organics ranch dip mix. And if you want to use dill dip mix or Greek, or play with it, do what you want to do to make things the way you want to make them. And I am just going to try a little tiny taste of this. Oh, yum. Now that needs just a wee little bit of sour, I'm thinking. Okay, well, it just so happens that in my world, sour is never very far away because, whoops, TSL Organics also has citric acid. Now, you want to be super, super careful with citric acid. Now, this is 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I am not even going to use half, because this is potent stuff and it goes a very long way. Now I can always add more, but once you've got it in there, and remember this is only 3 eggs, once you've got it in there you cannot take it out. Now let's see if that makes a difference. Now the other thing, usually, or very often anyway, there will be just a wee little bit of onion, oops, added in there. And I'm not doing that today because there is onion in that ranch dip mix. Yep, that definitely made all the difference in the world. Citric acid is one of those amazing things that just wakes up flavors. Okay, so that's how hard that is. We have our deviled egg filling ready using half an avocado and 3 egg yolks. And so then you just fill your deviled eggs. Now if you want to put mayonnaise in this too, you can fill these as full as you like or not. And there we have a little deviled egg, just that fast. And on top of that little deviled egg, we're going to sprinkle just a wee little bit of TSL Organics Everything Bagel, just to make it a little bit prettier. And there we go. So that is, where are we? There we are. Can you see that better? I don't know why this camera does not like to focus right where I tell it to, but it is what it is. So we're going to have more filling here because we've used half an avocado. We're going to have more filling than we need. So what do you do with the rest? Well, I can tell you that yesterday I was so fortunate because I had somebody gift me an entire basket of fresh Alberta grown celery, and this is going to be chopped up and put in my freezer, mostly to be saved for soups and stews, but one of them is going to be used today. So do you eat celery, or did you eat celery and maybe now you don't so much because you're not able to put Cheese Whiz? Cheese Whiz was the thing that I always really enjoyed in celery. Now celery does have a little bit of carbs, so you have to watch how much you're eating. Make sure you're weighing it and counting those carbs. And if you have a little bit of this filling left, or maybe you want to add a couple ounces of cream cheese and make it a cheesy filling, you can do that too. And now you have almost 0 carb celery stick with avocado egg filling in it. That is so yummy. And you can sprinkle a little bit of Everything Bagel on there as well. So there you have 2 happily keto snacks. Now I want to show you another snack that says right on the back of the package, the back, maybe the front. Yeah, it says on the back of the package that it is keto friendly. Now this is one of those products where you have to read the ingredients. When you go through the ingredients, it has dark chocolate made with organic cane sugar. It has palm oil. Then it has more cane sugar, and then it has organic sugar. 3 different places in this product that has sugar, normal sugar, which means it is absolutely not keto, which means it is going to jack your blood sugar up. It's going to cause an insulin response. It's going to do the things to our body that we do not want done. And yet on the back, when you read it, it says somewhere here, yeah, go ahead and treat yourself. Keto friendly. Yeah, not keto friendly. So make sure that even when you are finding a product that claims that it is keto friendly, that you're checking to see what the ingredients are, because the fact that somebody says it does not make it true. At some point in our history, back however many years ago, everyone in the world believed. They didn't just believe it, they knew the earth was flat until it wasn't. So do your research, read your ingredients, become ingredient reading royalty. Every single product that you buy, you need to read the ingredients, because there are hidden ingredients in many products. So, although we were a little bit late getting going, I am still enjoying this bite of celery. It is absolutely lovely. Use your herbs if you're growing them. Add basil to this. Add a little bit of rosemary to it. Use it to decorate the tops. Do whatever it is that you want to do to make your keto journey exciting for your mouth. I know that sounds like a little bit of a crazy thing to say, but really, our mouth gets bored. It needs flavor. It needs some wow. It needs you to be taking care of you. And if you find out that you have XYZ condition, keto is not necessarily going to reverse it. With some things like type 2 diabetes, it definitely does. With other things like arthritis, it doesn't. It might stop it in its tracks, and it might slow it down enough that that hip replacement that you thought you were going to need in 6 months, you don't need for 4 or 5 years. Do the very best that you can do for your body, but understand that everything has limitations. So the fact that keto can stop something or slow something doesn't mean that it's going to work right this second for you. Sometimes we've just let things go too far, and you do need help from a doctor or a surgeon or whatever. But do your research. It's your body. It's your responsibility. So for now, I am going to say happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it whether you're watching it live or watching it later on. Please know that this is one of my favorite parts of the week, when we get to hang out together, and hopefully something that I have shared will help your keto journey be a little more exciting taste-wise, and something that you can use to help keep yourself a little bit healthier. So please do your very best to be the best version of you you can be, and I will see you here next Sunday. And I am going to try very hard to have the lemon snow pudding that we talked about ready to share with you.